في بلاد الخير، إمارات الخير، نلتقيكم.
In this great country of United Arab Emirates, we achieve success after success.
مع آلاف الحكايات سوف نفتح كتب الذكريات ونسمع منهم. كل هذا وأكثر في وثائق نجاح. معي أنا شادية الحسامي، نلتقيكم.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to Success Documentary Program, and today we would like to welcome Mr. Baiyan Balochi. Mr. Baiyan Balochi, we have the honor to have you today.
Thank
nice
you.
to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine.
As a beginning, we would like to know who's Mr. Baiyan and how were your beginnings?
Well, I'm born and brought up in UAE, educated till masters, and I worked all the way till the management level.
Nice.
And further to that, after having the management level, there are many things in the corporate level that you see that you want to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So I thought that was the right time for me to open up a company of my own.
But before opening your company, what fields you worked?
I was in telecommunication.
Yes.
It was all in telecommunication. That was in sales and in customer service. That was my main field.
Yeah.
So gathering all of these, gaining all of these experience which I had over there, then I moved on. Of course, I discussed with my father.
Yeah.
He's my guide, and
of course.
he was the one who suggested me go for a real estate. And I opened the real estate, and there is no looking back right now. Alhamdulillah. So far,
nice.
so good.
Perfect. So let's talk a little bit about Baiyan for real estate. The company, the starting of the company, was it easy or difficult for you?
Well, it was quite difficult because I'm coming from a telecommunication background, and my experience was of customer service and sales. It was not of real estate. In fact, I did not even know the meaning of real estate.
Yeah, you didn't have experience.
No,
previous
zero
experience.
at all. So once I started off my company, it was like almost 2 months. I had no idea what to do. And after 2 months, through guidance of my father, I started off.
So your father was having an experience of...
Yes, my father already has his own business.
Yeah.
So he was the one who was the major factor, I would say that.
Yeah.
So the first commission that I had was 300 dirhams. And alhamdulillah, like after 2 months of doing nothing, and it started off at the end of, in the mid of 2018 we are talking about.
Yeah.
So what we do right now in the real estate is brokerage of rental, of buy and sell, from land to apartments, and we got 1 BHK, 2 BHK studios, building sale, building buy, all of those managements. We are into all of these, the real estate basically.
Yeah.
And alhamdulillah, it was good, it is good, and I hope for the best.
So you are still focusing on rental?
We are focusing on rental because right now if we get into sales, it's a bonus thing for us, because as you see, the COVID, the pandemic has caused a havoc, but alhamdulillah, we are surviving, we are doing good.
I would like to stop at this point, which is the COVID-19 period. How did you survive during this period? Of course, we know that a lot of companies closed during this time, people sat at their homes, so the life stopped and business stopped for a specific period. But some companies, they are taking this point as an advantage point, and some companies, they said no, it was not good for us. So for Mr. Baiyan, how was it? How did you survive during this time?
Well, alhamdulillah, if you ask me about the COVID thing, we did good.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's corona and people are talking about cleanliness, hygiene and everything. So whoever was in an old apartment, they want to move into a new apartment. And this was the time that everyone was contracting, but the right businessman, the right investor, he invested because the prices were low too.
Yeah.
And until now it's the same thing. If you check out the statistics of sales and of rental, it's going good, especially for Ajman.
Yeah.
Because the prices are low.
Yeah,
so everybody is
comparing to other Emirates, it's low.
And everybody is just grabbing the opportunities. So for us, and especially for me, if you can make it out that my office is not in a prime location, it's not in the middle of the city. My focus is mostly on what my main customer base or where I get it from is online. I get everything from online. It's like from Dubizzle, from Bayut, from Property Finder, all of the social media accounts. That's where I get my clients from.
Yes. For Mr. Baiyan, future plans, what you would like to do in the future? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, it's not a big thing. I don't know until when this pandemic is going to go, but the main important thing about Baiyan Real Estate and for Baiyan, it is to grow with the staff, for the employees. Because there is no such, if you look in my office also, you will not see that there is a closed cluster for the owner of the office or for the manager of the office. It's just everybody is the same, the seat is the same, and we all are like partners, I would say that.
Exactly.
So I see myself after 5 years to have some skillful, talented people working with me, and they all are partners with me. They are not employees of mine, they are partners with me.
Of course.
And grow together, I would say that. That's exactly what my plan is.
Yes, we wish you the best of luck. I wish next time we come back to you, we will provide you in the best level.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
For UAE, of course, UAE was having a big role in your life, in your business. How much was it big?
Well, as said, I'm born in UAE.
Yes. Your country, your mother country, let's say.
You can say that everything what I have and I don't have, my family and everybody is over here. So UAE plays a huge role in my life because I know A to Z about, I won't say A to Z, but yes, almost everything I know about UAE. I'm comfortable over here. Whenever I go to a government office, whenever I go to a private office, I know exactly what the rules are, what the regulations are, what the guidelines are. And it's beautiful in UAE. Since the start, it's humbleness, hospitality, all of that is there in UAE. So it's used to it completely. For instance, if I go to Al Ain or Abu Dhabi or if I go to Dubai, I feel a little bit not comfortable until I come back to Ajman. It is so home to me right now.
This is a real home to you, So, of course, we spoke about UAE and how much it was helpful to you, Mr. Baiyan. We would like to take a small thank you message from your side to A rulers.
Well, the rulers of UAE, I will not call them rulers. I will call them as leaders.
Leaders, of course.
They are leaders. They are our role model.
Really leaders.
They are the first step, and we are following them. And it is thanks to, alhamdulillah, I would say Allah, and then the rulers of UAE, the leaders of UAE, for giving the security, the stability, and the welcoming. And the digitization of what they are following, the trend which is going on in the world, they are always 10 steps ahead of it. Always pushing us to go towards excellence. And that's what we are doing right now. So it's not about, we can't thank them because thank you would be a small word for it, to thank the leaders of the UAE, the rulers of the UAE. They have done everything so far, and more is to come to make life good for us, comfortable for us, and to make business easy for us. So really big thank you to the leaders
Even
of
thank
UAE.
you, it's not expressing our feelings towards all this. So, of course, during your life, in general, life, personal life, business life, of course, and I'm sure there were some people who supported you during this time. Maybe you would like to tell them thank you during via our program today.
Well, the one that I will say thank you is my parents.
Of course.
Mother and my father, especially my father, because he's the one who taught me, who guided me and showed me the path. Because since childhood, I was always with my father. He would take me to his gatherings. He would take me to the family gatherings, to his friendly gatherings, all of those. And for the business also, since the start until now, and in my job also, once I was working as an employee, he was there. He was always helpful. And until now, I'm still a kid in front of him, wherein I hold his finger and he guides me.
And you will always stay kid in front of him.
Yes, and my mother, of course, may God protect them and give them a long life. They always pray. So these are the two which I would like to thank.
So we thank your parents for helping you, for growing you up, for pushing you to reach this level at this very moment. And we thank you also for being with us today, Mr. Baiyan Balochi. It really was a pleasure to us to have you today with us.
No, pleasure is all mine. Thank you for your presence, and I wish you guys all success.
It was an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us today. See you in the next episode.